Hi, I'm Karl Konrad. For the last 23 years, Australian Immigration Law Services team and myself have been providing service to help people just like you get their visas to live, work and study in Australia. We are registered immigration specialists, and on this channel we share the latest requirements for visas and keep you updated with important immigration news. New South Wales, one of the most populous states in Australia, recently released changes to its nomination program, expanding its list of eligible occupations and updating requirements for the 491 visa. Nomination requirements for the 190 visa remain the same, and you can watch our video on that later. Any links I mentioned can be found in the description below. Here are New South Wales' latest nomination requirements for the 491 visa. There are 3 streams by which you may qualify for New South Wales nomination. You have to fulfill one of the following to be eligible. Stream 1, you are living and working in regional New South Wales. Stream 2, you have recently completed study in regional New South Wales. Or Stream 3, you are skilled in an occupation required in regional New South Wales. Regional New South Wales is made of 13 regional areas. These areas are looked after by Regional Development Authorities, known as RDAs, and they have all their own occupation lists. The postcode areas defining regional New South Wales are 2259, 2264 to 2308, 2500 to 2526, 2528 to 2535, and 2574. Stream 1 is for candidates who have a nominated occupation on New South Wales Stream 1 Combined Occupation List, and the link is below. You must have a valid skill assessment for your nominated occupation, and you must have been living and working in a designated regional area of New South Wales for at least 12 months before you register your interest in the 491 visa with the New South Wales Government. Work must be of at least 20 hours per week in your nominated occupation or one that is closely related. Closely related occupations are those with the same first 4 digits in the ANSCO code. This is a unit group code, and we have a video all about that to check out later on. If you have not met the 12-month requirement, the New South Wales Government still welcomes you to apply under Stream 1 so long as you have been living and working in regional New South Wales for at least 3 months. To qualify under Stream 2, you must have a valid skill assessment for an occupation on the region's occupation list. You'll be able to find the occupations eligible for each regional area on the New South Wales Government's website. You must have completed study within the last 24 months with an education provider located in a designated regional area of New South Wales. Your study must fulfill the Australian study requirement and must result in a qualification that is assessed to be closely related to your nominated occupation by the relevant skill assessment authority. You must have lived in a designated regional area of New South Wales while completing your study. So long as you fulfill the regional study requirements I just went through, you do not need to have taken your entire course in regional New South Wales. If you're serious about the 491 visa and you're still studying with enough time left on your course, you might consider transferring your study to a regional area. For both Stream 1 and Stream 2, you do not have to be working or studying in the area which has your occupation on their list. For example, you may have been studying in Wollongong, but your nominated occupation is only sponsored in another regional New South Wales area. That is fine. You can still register your interest, and you will put the area that has your occupation as your first preferred regional area. The same principle applies if you're working in a regional area which does not support your occupation, but another RDA does. Under Stream 3, all you need is a valid skill assessment for an occupation on a region's occupation list. You can be residing anywhere in Australia. This opens up the doors for candidates right across Australia, but the New South Wales Government will prioritise Stream 1 and Stream 2 over Stream 3. The New South Wales Government will consider your skilled employment experience, current employment, and residency when selecting you for Stream 3. These are New South Wales nomination requirements, but to be eligible for the 491 visa, you will also need to fulfill Immigration Department's requirements. These include being under the age of 45, having a valid skills assessment, which you will need for the New South Wales nomination process anyway. You'll also need to score at least 65 points on the General Skilled Migration Points Test, have competent English, and meet health and character requirements. To learn more about these requirements, watch our video about the 491 visa. You will need to submit your expression of interest on Skill Select, after which you can register your interest in the 491 visa with the New South Wales Government. If you are selected, you will receive an invitation to apply from an RDA, and you will need to apply to that RDA within 14 days. If your nomination application is approved by the RDA, you will then receive an invitation from the Immigration Department to apply for the 491 visa. To register your interest, called an ROI, you must complete a form on New South Wales Government website, so you must do so within certain dates called submission windows. These submission windows for the 2021 to 2022 migration program year are the months of August, October, January and March. You will need to indicate your top 3 preferences in regional areas, and all of these should be ones that have your occupation on the occupation list. This updated application process means that you are no longer able to apply directly to the RDA, but it is so much more streamlined and less confusing. You will no longer need to keep tabs on all the submission windows and application processes across 13 RDAs. Unsure if you're eligible or need help mapping out your pathway to permanent residency in Australia? We provide Zoom, Skype and telephone consultations. Book your appointment over at australiavisa.com, where you can learn more about visas and about our services. We're on Facebook too, so come follow us there to get the full range of our updates. We post videos every week and release the latest Australian immigration news every month. So subscribe and turn on that notification bell not to miss our videos. Thanks for watching, and as always, take care out there, and I'll see you next time. So bye for now.